Bitcoin is crashing and everyone's freaking out. But is this the beginning of the end or the biggest buying opportunity of the year? In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to break down exactly what's happening, why the markets are bleeding, and what smart investors are doing right now. Let's get into it. Breaking: Bitcoin just tanked, wiping billions off the markets in minutes. But before you panic sell, listen up. There's something big that's happening underneath all the chaos. This crash might not be what you think, and today I'm going to show you why. Welcome back, ZBEC family. It's your boy RB Aziz. Hopefully everyone is having a wonderful day amidst the chaos that we've been happening for the last few weeks, few months, few days, whatever's been going on. There looks like the markets are absolutely crashing, right? If we look at the overall market cap, we're down as low as $3.1 trillion. Bitcoin is looking like it's being liquidated, guys. It's being down almost 15% on the month. People are predicting that it can come down as low as 85, maybe even in the low 80s, possibly the high 80s. We're yet to see how that plays out. But I mean, things are absolutely in chaos. Once again, we are still in altcoin season 30 out of 100, but we're in immense fear. And when we're in immense fear, you know what usually happens. If you guys have been in the game for a few years or a little bit of time, you guys know everyone just starts to panic sell, and then eventually we get a little rise, and then everyone basically just hops back on the bandwagon. But in regards to ZBEC, on the last 24 hours, we're actually up a little bit. We're up like almost 1%, but the market cap has come down relatively a little bit, I would say, down to 275, down from 300 million. But if we look at the volume is up almost 18% to $13 million. But once again, none of these projects will see any light if Bitcoin continues to fall. No matter how bullish you are, we're just sitting right now in a bearish market where Bitcoin holds majority of the market share. So in order for ZBEC to kind of rise back up and see these all-time highs, we need to see a lot of things going for ZBEC in terms of partnerships, tier 1 listings, the ISO compliance, as well as other things that can help its cause. And then the market just needs to be doing absolutely phenomenal. So can we see a little bit of a rebalance in the market? We had support levels placed for ZBEC. However, ZBEC has fallen down below these support levels. Things were in immense chaos. We did see a little bit of pumps, market manipulation, guys. You guys were saying, oh, markets are being pumped falsely 20-30%, and then they eventually took a hit again. So it looks like a lot of uncertainty is still up in the air for the markets, which is resulting in these declines for a lot of these alts. And again, Bitcoin is the major player. But one thing I also want to highlight, which is pretty interesting, is that the holders for ZBEC is continuing to go up. So it looks like there are still people that are looking to make the plays, and I'm going to go into why that's important, right? So it looks like people are still loading up on their bags, but it looks like the whales or the people that are holding large amounts are kind of slowly depleting their assets, possibly holding more stable coins until the whole chaos, everything settles. That could be a little bit us heading into 2026. Maybe it just ends and then we see things getting back to normal. We know that the US government was in lockdown or shut down. It's reopened, but that hasn't fixed anything. So once again, a lot of uncertainty is driving this market into massive fear. But it looks like there are still a few good things heading over for ZBEC, or that might possibly be coming. So we have the ISO compliance. So this week is going to be massive for ZBEC. And in regards to other coins, ZBEC is trading relatively pretty good, right? In terms of market cap, it hasn't had a massive crash. Although we're down almost a quarter, we're down like 25% over the month. If we do all-time highs, it's nothing compared to post-February of this year, 2025, right? We had these all-time highs, trading relatively good, and then we're going to see some corrections, some declines, and I don't think we're going to ever get to this bottom, right? It's just very unrealistic unless the whole market, of course, gets wiped out. But for that to happen, I mean, do you really believe the whole crypto market can get wiped out? It seems very unrealistic. We might see the market come down like $2.9 trillion in the very near future, maybe in the upcoming weeks. But I urge everyone that's keeping track of ZBEC or that hasn't got into the project yet, this is where you make serious bread, guys. People that are trading hard when the markets are bleeding are the ones that are going to be making the right plays and that are going to be setting themselves up right in the near future. Now is the time that you guys should be locking in, right? Like when the markets are bleeding, lock in, guys, make those plays, buy up those coins that you feel like have a lot of value that can eventually give you a nice return once we get a rebound. And a rebound is low-key, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty imminent. But again, everything has to just fall in place in terms of the markets. We need Bitcoin to kind of just get corrected. Hopefully everything does fall in place. I know there's a lot of economic certainty in the world. We've had worse times, so I feel like, you know, eventually things will bounce back. My position for ZBEC, I am not selling anything, guys. I am still holding. Although like I got in relatively around this time, like around 270 million dollars when I dropped a massive bag. So sitting relatively in break-in mode. I don't want to like just give up my position on ZBEC, but if it continues to fall, I'm just gonna double up, guys. I'm gonna end up buying more ZBEC, of course, just to kind of level out my positions. But let's go over to X to see what ZBCN man is saying. Interesting article from Forbes in 2023 that named ZEBEC and ZBCN alongside Ripple and Stellar, and guess what is about? Fed and now. So let's check this out. So decentralized Web3 like Ripple, Stellar, and ZEBEC are positioning to transfer the payment spaces by addressing the limitation of traditional payment systems to combine technology and finance seamlessly, paving the way for a new era of frictionless global payments. Web3 marks an ongoing systematic transformation enabled through digital finance. An estimated 80% of global financial leaders are aiming to use crypto for their businesses over the next 3 years or so, and delivering speed to sluggish payment markets is one of the key factors driving the adoption in the space. While FedNow's global is similar to blockchain, decentralized blockchain technology is accessible globally and is set to drive greater financial inclusion, making users first the standard. So very, very interesting article. Aside from that, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like there's some podcasts right here where the CEO is going to be on. So pretty interesting. Keep an eye out for that. But aside from that, guys, at this point, we just have to wait, man. Diamond hands, stake your ZBEC. I've been telling you guys to stake your ZBEC. Kind of get that return in other aspects so you can level out your losses from your gains. And not being financial advice, we will see the markets take a turn. So once again, if you enjoyed today's update, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give this video a like if you did, and I'll catch you on my next one. Take care.